We'll start with the first topic. We've got Nintendo sales. We found these out this week, and it was pretty insane because Animal Crossing did not. I don't think I've ever seen a first party title do numbers like these, but we did get a report that the Switch is now up to 61.44 million, and the software is at 406.67, which is above the 3DS lifetime software already. The Switch is still about 14.5 million behind the 3DS, but at this rate, there's a good chance that by the beginning of next year, it'll probably pass the 3DS. In just the 3 months, it was April, May, and June. It sold just over about 5.7 million units that fast. So they're on a roll with their system. And then Animal Crossing, I think, was the big one if I look down the list here. Although now Pokemon Sword and Shield, which that got quite a lot of backlash. It's now the best-selling Pokemon game, by the way, all the way back to Gold and Silver. So
there's Red and Blue. Red and Blue is ahead of it, and Gold and Silver.
Yeah,
but it's gonna pass up Gold and Silver. It's gonna pass up Gold and Silver at some point this year.
But Animal Crossing
was the worst one.
I don't think people. I mean, people don't care. It's Pokemon, so
the boycotts don't work out too well from what we've been seeing recently.
Oh,
Animal Crossing New Horizons came out March 20th, right? Am I right, Jordan? Let's click March 20th, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's by the end of June, it's now crossed 22.4 million units.
That's crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen in a first party game that's like it's only on one system.
No,
third party, I think Red Dead Redemption 2 did something similar in a similar time, but that was over a holiday, and that's on the Xbox and the PlayStation.
I feel like timing had a very big part in that.
Oh, yeah.
Too. You know what I mean? Because like, what better timing could they possibly have where you could simulate life when you can't go outside?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And it actually had online. Like, it came out and
it
online wasn't bad. Yeah.
Well, it worked. Like,
it worked well enough.
It works pretty good.
I mean, it's the also the perfect game. You can be a super competitive person, you can be a super casual person, and it's gonna be friendly to either. You know, we saw tons of people. There are people who are just Animal Crossing channels. They're not gamers besides that. We saw like all these celebrities like picking up this game. We saw podcasts come out of it. Like, dude, they just had so much free. What?
You're right about that. The celebrity stuff is big. They're getting free clout from like Selena Gomez and
Animal Crossing had
all these
Wood,
people
like
are
visiting people's
Danny Trejo was like, I got Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah, he has a taco stand.
These people have millions of followers, and Nintendo's not paying them, and yet they're getting like
T-Pain
is
on there, and like
exactly. Like, you're getting free clout, so it's also that too. So just to add on what Click was saying.
Yeah, and then plus you have a lot of giant Twitch streamers that are picking it up randomly. You know, and it's like they don't play anything ever similar to this. So then all of a sudden they are like, we're playing this game, and everybody's like, oh, you're playing this kid's game. And then they see them genuinely having fun. They're like, maybe I should try this game too. And before you know it, it's like, people are like, wow, I've never played an Animal Crossing game before, and I'm having so much fun. You know, that's so cool.
So it's worked out well for Animal Crossing. What were you saying, Max?
There are these girls on Tinder. It's really common where they go, let's go on an Animal Crossing date. I see it all the time where these girls will like meet you and they swipe, and you actually like call them up and you go to their island and like visit them and talk, and they'll like give you a tour of the island and make sure you're not a serial killer before you meet in person. It's very common. So I was like,
a thing?
For real?
Apparently every white girl in Texas has a beautiful digital island, and they just live in a slop house.
I'm glad I'm married. I'm glad I'm married. I'm out of that game.
I was about to say, like, if you bring your date to your island, and like your island's not like fully put together yet, and your house is messy, is it like, all right, the date's over? They just disconnect. They just leave.
Instantly. They're like, oh, that's weird that you have all these pentagrams built in the grass. That's a bit of a red flag.
That'd be my island.
Oh man.
I go to the girls' island. I'd show up in my fourth Hokage outfit. They'd be like,
I just have a room of hamsters. I just have a room of
hamsters.
Like,
hey, want to go on a date?
Every time they sell a hamster in the game at my store, I just buy the hamster cage and I just put it in a room, and I have like 40 hamster cages in one room for some reason.
A little bit alarming.
I just want to see what people will say when they enter the room. They just walk in a room full of hamsters.
Yeah, so I had a fully cement room with nothing in it, and just a hamster cage in the middle.
See, that's more questionable.
I just want to point out that Super Mario Party sold 11 million copies, and they haven't done anything with that game.
It's 1.0, baby.
All right, then. Just wanted to point that out.
You know what I'm telling you with Super Mario Party, John? I'm telling you, like, they didn't think it was. Look, remember, they said that they were surprised, or what was it? Animal Crossing outsold their whole expectations, right? For like lifetime. I don't think they thought Super Mario Party was going to sell anything more than like maybe like 5 million units or something like that, or probably even less. You know, I think that they didn't think it was going to sell at all, so they just had no plans for it, and they're like, oh, wait a minute.
They could still, update it instead of doing a full-on sequel if they wanted to, and that would probably spike sales again. So I'm holding out for that if they can do it, because that would be big.
If they improve the online of that game, I would totally play it more. I will say it's still a ton of fun in person, like when you have people over.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've had a lot of fun with that game, but the online just. Like, I'm a streamer. I want to be able to play more than 10 games.
Yeah, if they were like, hey, you can just play these, like, the boards completely online, like it's Mario Party. Next, that'd be great. I'd be like,
that was the problem. You know, with that, I would have played the game 2 more if the online was just better, but it's just not great.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, Nintendo just rolling along. They're gonna go into the holiday season soon, and tell you that Wii, it's up next because they passed the NES and Famicom by now, so the Wii's up next, and I still think it's going to pass it relatively easily. So 120 million maybe for the Switch is still on the table. So
we ain't talking about that Wii.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean that'll be good for Nintendo to get that out of there. By the way, for it not to be their best-selling system, because that was like the most casual system Nintendo's ever released ever. So like for them to have a system that has a lot of like more hardcore games on it would be big for Nintendo, I think, to have that up there. So that'll be good, and of course get another 100 million unit console. So good to see. We'll see how it does over the holiday though, but I'd expect big numbers there too, especially if they have that Mario 3D collection. People sleep on that. That'll sell crazy numbers.
People super sleep on that. Did you see the numbers for New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe?
Yeah, it's way more than
7.4 million for New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man. Dude, like that Mario collection is going to be pretty big for them. If that game, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, can sell that.
Oh, I forgot to buy it. Should I get it?
Wait, should you get what game? what game are you talking about? New Super...
Yeah, I never bought it. Should I get it?
If you like 2D Mario, yeah.
Do you have Mario Maker?
Yeah. I also own both the on the Wii U, but do I get it?
To be honest, though, man, I'm telling you, like, Mario Maker. I think for me, I'm just lazy as hell. Mario Maker, you got to actually be like not lazy to play that game. Like you got to type in codes and find certain.
Like, Bob Wolf.
I'm just lazy. I just rather just have a game already built for me. And I just want to play. Like I don't want to sit there and type in codes to play games and stuff like that.
I would say Mario Maker is the best Mario if you play it 1 hour a week, and I mean that because the top maps every week are so fun. So every week for like the last year, I'll turn it on and play the top 10 maps every week, and it's just like okay, little 5-minute map. Great.
You know, the only time I ever had fun playing Mario Maker was like the courses where you just stand there and then it plays music as you go.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's genius. But other than that, nah, screw y'all. Y'all too freaking gotta freaking do this and do that and throw this and go backwards and the wait. No, dude, screw that. I can't.
I was playing these, like I had to get through a pixel perfect swimming level. I got
you gotta be Sherlock to do that.
Spiked on his head, like there's like all these different spinning things. It's like I ain't trying to go through the damn Dark Souls Mario Death Gauntlet, play a stupid 2D side scroller, man. Like I just want to jump on a couple people's heads, throw a couple shells, and I'm good, and save the princess, and I'm out.
Trying to have fun? This isn't for fun.
Yeah, people out here making Mario like hardcore. I'm like, man, I'm good.